team. We always talk about the NASCAR transition game, but Utah is the same way. The two-way midfielders are the linchpins of this team, and we expect a whole lot of running in this one.
Yeah, get ready for a lot of action between the restraining lines. It's going to be like an early indication on how they want to defend him. Here comes a shot.
Jack Amon, and a stop made by the freshman goalkeeper, Colin Lunskold, who has also had a nice start to his college career. And here we go. Look to the doorstep. Utah on the board.
That's the action we're going to see here, from goalie making stops and clears to the other end of the field. Utah takes advantage of this. Long sticks come down, looks back door. Good shot in there before he enters the crease. Ryan Steins.
Yep, he's been effective on attack for the Utes. He's had back
for Jordan Hyde. No matter where or who has the ball, their first look is always going to be to Jordan Hyde on that left side.
Attackman, a junior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, in the Detroit suburbs, has been uber efficient again. Here's a look to the left side, and a stinger high to low from Zach Chandler. Finds the roof.
Again, Rutgers adjacents cannot back off of their player, because if they make a simple pass right here, it's just a step out and shot. Noah Daniels on that is playing a little bit soft to get himself in position to slide.
American midfielder.
Good possession here by Rutgers.
Jack Amon, 15 to shoot, tries the submariner. Lunskold makes another save.
Yeah, Amon kind of just shot it right at him. Again, you know, we have a lefty. Get a flag down on the field? I'm not sure.
Amon ended up in the crease.
It's waved off.
Take a look here.
Yeah. So what they're going to call is a loose ball push, and they're going to give it out to Rutgers on the side. Well, that's what you're going to have. This is like a chainsaw right now. It's just buzzing away.
Amon, 5-hole.
Well, he didn't shoot the ball well on his last shot. He put it right in his stick. On this shot, he had it completely fooled. You see it right here. Just gets to that hash mark, gets his hands free, puts it low and away. Good shot. He took a shot like that last week, Dom. I called it a worm burner, because that ball is only about 6 to 8 inches off the turf.
That was one of those worm burners you're talking about. This week alone, as a first-year starter in the offensive midfield. And he's now got 13 goals on the season, more than he's had in his first 2 seasons combined. But Utah wins its 4th straight draw. They try to go quickly. Mullen, the rebound, put back in.
Good face-off by Utah. Came down, and again, they're going to shoot, and they're going to shoot often. You'll see it right here. The first shot, you know, last week, Don, we had talked a little bit about Mullen giving up people on that on offense on that second midfield. Here comes a shot.
Scott accelerates, and that's what happens when Ross Scott ditches his man.
That is a la Scott. Ross. You'll see it right here. It's his change of direction, wrap around, bada boom. Boy, I tell you, Dom, I'm telling you, I've been around lacrosse a lot of my life here, in my young life. Rutgers.
A solid first quarter for the goalkeepers. Lunskold's got 4 saves. Kyle Mullen for Rutgers has 5.
Here comes a shot. Pulls it back.
Another one of these midfield lines on. Rose and Todd, and that time Rose had it knocked away.
Good check. Rutgers has numbers. Here we go. They're off to the races. Look inside.
Daniels
Boom!
Downstairs. Ross Scott hanging out for his 2nd goal.
That's Rutgers NASCAR right there. Dom, we have hardly time to catch our breath. He comes down. Instead of hitting the point man, he finds Ross Scott right on the back door. And when you give Ross Scott the ball right there, he's going to put it away.
Little 2-goal run from comes in to play 6v6. Now we're talking about how fast the game is played. Imagine these 2 teams playing 6s. Oh, under the crossbar.
Good shot right there.
That's a freshman, Ryan Steins, whose name you will hear more and more as he gets better and better.
Yeah, Ryan Steins came around this cage, got his hands free, good pick behind at X, and they were off to the races. You get above GLE right here. That was a good pick. Defenders have to communicate back there.
And now what will what will Brian Cameron create from this spot?
Well, they're going to go to a two-man game at X.
5 seconds.
Oh, what a look
that
inside.
Was perfect. Dante Coolis.
Oh, my goodness. What a great look. You'll see it right here. There was literally no time left. Coolis comes around, sends a rocket to the crease, and finds Dante Coolis received the pass. What a good look. What a good shot.
Edge on faceoffs, on turnovers, and on ground balls.
All that said, 4-4 here.
Yeah.
As we start the second quarter with plenty of action end to end. The adjustment period is over and both teams are ready to go.
And Shane Knobloch has a short stick. He knows it. He shares it. And Brian Cameron scores it. Cameron bounces it just past Lenskold. And the Scarlet Knights have their first lead of the afternoon.
Well, it looks like Brian Cameron almost looks like he's going to pass that ball to Sprock like he did to Coolis on the last possession, and he elected to shoot it, and he let it go. There was a lot of steam behind that shot. LeJon Jones out there at long stick. The key for him, Dom, is not to go to the penalty box. A couple of possessions last week where he, that was a good shot.
Filthy. Jared Andriella just swam his way to a highlight reel goal.
You call that right, Dom. He swam his way with a swim move right here. He just pulls up, swims over, boom. Put it top shelf. What a great move in very little steps.
Help shows up a beat late, and Jared Andriella punches in his
bull dodge and face dodge. They just take that stick so quickly, bring it over your head, and get position when you get advanced on the hips. Here comes a two-man game. Nice pick there.
Scott
coming around. This is going to be a shot.
All the space in the world.
Bang!
Scores. You can't leave Ross Scott that open. He's got a first-half hat trick.
Well, it all started on the pick. It was, as you write it up on the dry board, right there. What a great pick. And when you give him those couple of extra steps off the pick, he's going to put it away, Dom. Right there. There's nobody there. Could have actually been called a hold, which would have been wiped off anyhow. And at OT Vermont, they could have easily won that game. You know, Vermont's a good team. They went 7-5 with Syracuse early. And then Vermont beat, at the time, Boston University, which was number 14. The Vermont team's a really good team as well.
Parroting in lacrosse. Coolis! Submarine style!
Well, I'll tell you, the cool part of Coolis, you just saw it there. Comes down, stick in the left hand. Passes it and just lets it go. Step down shot. That was a nice step down shot. You'll see right here, receive, get the stick ready for the shot. Just steps down toward the goal.
Pick him up. The Utes are shooting less than 25%. And still, their top two scorers, Jordan Hyde, Tyler Bradbury, have not scored. Although they're getting some help from other sources. Koa Todd with a rocket.
Well, this all started because the Rutgers defender got to the midfield line late and Utah created transition. You see right there, the substitution came in late and he started a fast break from the midfield line in a settled situation. Rutgers has to be able to either not go out, stay in and play defense.
Game. They've only stopped a third of their penalties so far.
Yeah. Actually, I think Hopkins had 4, but they let 3 in. Here's a good pass on the crease, not able to get it off. This is only a 30-second penalty, however. Very tough to score in a 30-second extra man. Look inside.
Scott Cameron score. Rutgers punches it in on the power play, and it's the two vets, Cameron and Scott.
Well, just as I say, it's very difficult to score in a 30-second play. You get a great look in here to Cameron, and Cameron just shoots it opposite the goaltender. Nice pass by Scott. He did a little pump fake there, and a good shot by Cameron. Step down and let it go.
The defense for Rutgers has been on the field for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, that wears on you. And here again, they're going to make an early sub from that midfield line, and they get it again. This is how Utah scored their last goal.
Good trail check. Stahanzik has the ground ball as Josh Rose had his pocket picked.
Great check in there, just got his stick on his gloves. And Rutgers possession, no one on Cameron. He's going to take a shot here.
To the hoop, but wide left.
That's a good take by Cameron. Scott put himself in position to back that ball up, knowing that Cameron might have a likely shot there. Cameron got topside and just went wide.
This is year 2 for Scott and Cameron as a tandem on attack. Cameron transferred in last January.
Here comes a shot by Sprock.
It's good! Bottom pocket. David Sprock has his 4th goal of the season.
Great. Sprock just planted his foot, changed direction. Again, we use that word topside. That means getting to the middle field. Wide. Whoop. Topside. He's gone. He shoots. It's a goal.
And missed him.
Yeah, Koulis was pretty well covered on that. I'm not so sure that was a great look inside there. Oh, another good check by Rutgers puts the ball on the rug, and they're getting a little bit into this game, Rutgers, right now. We're going to have an interference call on Utah. Again, the 4th possession in a row for Rutgers. Watch this. Nice check there. Got right on his gloves, knocked the ball out. Good ground ball.
Inside the restraining line in more than 4 minutes. Score!
And
Rutgers makes him pay. Nick Tereski singeing the turf.
Sorry, Dom. And Rutgers takes advantage on their 4th possession in a row off of turnovers. You got to make a team pay once they turn the ball over like that, and Rutgers does.
And not much that Colin Lenskold could do with that rocket. Nick Tereski, the junior.
Quiet so far. He's coming down the lane. He's going to let it go. Boom! On cue, Dom.
Shane Knobloch rings the bell with his 1st goal of the day. And RU has full control in the 3rd quarter.
Just as I say, he's quiet. Look at how he gets down that hash mark lane and just lets it go high and away up into that corner. Nobody's going to stop that.
That's nasty stuff from Shane Knobloch. Product of Rawl sets up. Rutgers a man up for 30 seconds after scoring on his 1st power play chance back in the 1st half.
Yeah, they started in that 1-4-1 again, transitioning to 1-3-2, back down to 1-4-1. They're going to look inside. There it is.
Savetti
Bam!
right in front. Good two-player game there with Scott and Savetti. The Scarlet Knights are now doubling up Utah.
Well, I'm a huge fan of morphing into multiple formations in a short amount of time. They went from a 1-4-1, 1-3-2 back to 1-4-1 and just found them at the doorstep. We could see this. We could see this happening, Don. We saw it was going to be a look inside on that 1-4-1. Good out front. So 1 guy behind, 3 across the goal line, 2 up top. In Maryland in that area, and I'm not sure what they do out west, they count from the other way. So they call a 2-3-1, and I'm referring to it as a 1-3-2. A wraparound shot here by Cameron.
Brian Cameron sneaks it inside the right post. Rutgers revving its offensive engine. 7-goal lead.
Well, just like that, look at this. He had a short stick on him, and the short stick has to get stick to stick with him, head of stick to head stick with him. They didn't, and he just going forward.
Yeah, it's interesting hearing Brian Brecht talk about that Utah contingent. Got the job back in 2012 at Rutgers, and as he tried to make inroads as a Long Island guy himself in the local lacrosse communities, his hometown, his home area, New Jersey, Maryland, found some success early on recruiting guys out west, like those 4 from Utah.
Oh, 10-man ride. Rutgers almost scored. They're coming around. Here comes a shot. And
now
a goal.
Rutgers offense has not stopped in the second half. Dante Koulis put a hat on him.
Well, Utah rolled the dice. Rutgers this time was not fooled by it. The first shot went over the cage. Koulis picked the ball up, came around, and put it in the back of the cage. Patchen programs, and one of the places he found those great players, and they were great players, was from that Utah area. Now a lot of colleges. Nice shot there.
Another guy who is making a name for himself out west, Tyler Bradbury. Not said his name much today. Utah's top point scorer has his first point of the day.
Yeah, he did a nice job of separating himself from Stahanczyk by just changing direction. Look at the room. He didn't just go laterally up to that.
And Oak Park has had a nice time of itself at the high school level.
Well, Utah's going to be extra man right here. It's going to be a 30-second hold on Rutgers off the face-off. You'll see it right there. Ethan Rawl just kind of had his stick wrapped around him. But Rutgers didn't give up. 22 on the shot clock. Another challenge from behind on the short stick.
This is Will Overly on the second attack line.
Good positional defense. Nice jam check there. Look inside.
To the crease. Jordan Hyde was open.
Oh!
And Utah, the takeaway, capitalizes. Bradbury again.
Well, Utah is not going to go down without a fight. It was a turnover. Nice check. Looks right inside. Quick look inside, knowing that the defense is extended out to the midfield line.
That is a punisher. Weak side on the crease was wide open. It was Hyde who was camping out.
Another not so great pass, and it goes over again. Once again, simple little passes on the clear are coming back to look at this inside look by Utah, and they got a man open for a shot.
Scoring! 3 in a row for Utah. The Utes have their mojo back.
Well, it's coming off of unsettled situations. They are challenging the Rutgers defense. Rutgers defense has not been able to clear a ball on their challenge right there. They're picking it off.
Have to see Jack Amon in pain there. He's had a great breakout junior year. Final moments of the shot clock.
Oh.
Cameron skips it in. A little changeup from Cameron.
Yeah, he gave
much needed too.
He gave him the knuckleball bounce shot, Dom. You call that correct on the changeup. You'll see it right here. He did a nice job. Takes the shot. Wow, that was a quality bounce shot on his part.
Cameron put some English on this. Seen Tyler Bradbury come alive in this second half. Got all 3 of his points in his fourth quarter, in fact. There he is. Looking front. Todd missed it. Koa Todd in front of the crease. Might have been affected from behind, but you can't draw it up much better.
Yeah, I don't know how he avoided not going into the crease area, but Rutgers gets it back because they were closest to the ball when the ball went out. Back to that extra man. The 30-second penalty, I don't think it's a long time to be able to score. Look at
Decker.
this. They got that 10-man ride again. Why do that?
Rutgers just failed its 8th clear of the game. 15th turnover.
I know that Coach Brecht and his staff this week will go over 10-man clears, rides rather, and how to break them effectively on a clear. Double team over here. Ball's on the rug. Rutgers comes up with it.
Lenskold
with the ball.
Backtracking. Dante Koulis, bottom pocket.
Well, Rutgers shows Utah that they can ride hard as well. Good job with that ball. Look at that. They double the ball, send him a free trip to Disney World on the turf there. Koulis comes up with a clean ground ball, challenges the goalie. Bang.
And then missed the pass through everybody.
Rutgers, another attempt to clear here.
And for Rutgers, too, you talk about them working on clearing in practice as Utah stays in the 10-man ride. Doesn't get any easier next week for Rutgers. They'll take on Princeton, who's the number 6 team in the country. And now Mullen out of position on the giveaway. And he'll settle back in as Bradbury pulls it back.
Yeah, that was simple.
Hyde, score! Jordan Hyde's first point of the game comes with less than 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, that just came off a simple missed pass again. Right there, we had talked about his favorite spot, Hyde, between that, his face-off percentage in the second half here.
Yeah, he has.
Here comes a shot.
Plenty of room.
Oh, what a
Lenskold swallows it.
And again, a turnover, and there, oops.
A fortunate bounce there that it hits Ryan Steins. Steins gets it back, money. Utah not going away quietly. It's a mountain to climb, but their attack line's finally coming alive in this fourth quarter.
Well, again, off turnovers, they are able to make some great selections.
It had scored 7 straight, was up 14-6, but now Joe Newman on face-off all the way. Give the Fogo a goal.
Joe Newman, who comes into this game 23 for 56, he faces off well too with a .589 percentage, but none bigger than right there. He picks it up cleanly on the face-off, comes down, fakes like he's going to pass it, goes down and puts it in the back of the cage.
All smiles for Joe Newman and the pride of Bethpage, New York. Salt this game away.
You saw Newman just directing Ryan Decker on this side, closest to us, away from the bench to move down the wing side because he wants to push it ahead. And he put it exactly where he told Decker he would. Down
sharing, scoring! Newman wins it cleanly, and this time Eric Savetti punches it home.
Well, Rutgers just has too many weapons. Just when you think they're going to get tired and the tide, it might be turning, they bring in a couple of new guys, Savetti, Newman on the face-off, and they connect.
Rutgers' depth willing it over the finish line. Eric Savetti has his second goal of the day. And for Joe Newman, 2 minutes ago, had only 2 face-off wins today. He's got 2 more, plus his first 2 career points, and now his 5th year of college lacrosse.
I think that's 100%.
It's pretty good.
They're going to get Rutgers on a slash.
Yep, flag down.
This is what Rutgers doesn't need. And
Camber ducking his way inside. Pole goal late for Utah.
They're gonna make one statement here. They're gonna, if anything today, they don't go away. They follow a face-off and a goal against them. They now get a goal right back within 10 seconds, and there's still going to be an extra man on extra man.
And if the last 30 seconds or last couple of minutes have shown you anything possible with a few minutes on the clock.
10 on the extra man situation. Passed over the top. Here comes a shot. Save!
Kyle Mullen steps up and nabs it. His 13th stop of the afternoon. Penalties over. Even strength.
Look at this ride on this clear.
Noah Daniels forced back over the line. But able to lose Camber. Share. Stop. Lenskold. Once again, a veteran play by the freshman.
That was a great save. Cameron had an opportunity there to put one on. And
rocket.
Come down and make you pay for that. Tyler
Bradbury. He's gotten in the game late, but even in his 4th quarter, 5 points.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I'd be hard-pressed to remember a team that takes the ball from end to end and they have one thing in mind, not to slow it down, to just take shots. Plenty of time here. Possessions right now, scoring on offense, become very, very, very important. And Utah has not had a problem on their possession scoring in the last few minutes here.
Todd rolling and scoring. It is a 4-goal game with still 2:02 to go in Jersey.
I'll tell you, there's a lot. That time, It didn't seem like much a long time ago. It seems like plenty now.
At SHI Stadium.
And the goalie's out of the cage, a double team in the ball. Somebody's got to go down and help him. Somebody's got to run down there and help him. Time's out.
Yeah, and Rutgers, 8th-ranked Rutgers, has its 3rd consecutive victory. The Scarlet Knights made it frantic, but scored 18 times, and RU's now 5-1 on the year.
Well, Dom, I got to tell you, I totally enjoyed that game. I like the pace of that game. It put that bumper sticker into full effect when it says Lacrosse, the fastest game on 2 feet. If you were here, you got treated to a great game. If you're watching at home, I'm hoping that you enjoyed it.
Brian Cameron, Dante Coolis each had 4 goals. Ross Scott led the way for the Scarlet Knights with 6 points. And Rutgers has its longest winning streak of the season, 3 straight victories with his 18-14 W